Less than 2 miles south of the United States Capitol. Welcome to Nationals Park. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Miami Marlins and the Washington Nationals. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this, pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about to get underway and towing the slab in this one, Mackenzie Gore. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, you don't always know what to expect with this guy on the mound to start the game. He can be really good at times and turn in some real excellent efforts. For me, it'll tell us a lot to see how he's attacking the strike zone and pitching aggressively or not. If he's doing that from the jump, I think he'll be fine in this one.
Ready to go? Here's the second baseman, Luis Arias. And a pitch. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. The pitch. Foul ball there.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
The 0-2. That one missed.
2 strikes.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center, and that's down, a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Here's Tim Anderson. That's in there. 0-1. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Gallo grabs it on the run. And time now for the Marlins lineup. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, I think the key, though, and the reason why he gives up those homers is that guys are locking in, they're aggressive, and they have a high confidence level. So I think if that's the approach these hitters take with the stuff he's got there on the mound, yeah, there's a good chance that there'll be some balls that fly a long way. But you can't get too big in your swing. Otherwise, you'll be really frustrated after this one.
There's a line drive to left field. And a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And now Jake Berger. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Runners at the corners, one away. And we're just getting started here in the top of the first.
Right through there for a strike. Good pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Foul ball still 0-2.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
And he deals. Got him swinging. Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. That one way outside, and that is ball one. Two on, 2 outs. Wouldn't chase that time.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 outs. And that one fouled off. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Fall off foul. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Lifted in the air, right center field. Squeezes it, and that's the 3rd out. Marlins strand a pair, and now the Nats get their first opportunity. There's no score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Nationals Park. And on the hill here today, Jesus Luzardo.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
We go to the bottom of the 1st. And now up for Washington, C.J. Abrams.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. And what you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
First pitch misses. Kicks and fires. That's in there, and it's 1-1. The shortstop takes the ball. The wind of the pitch. Right through there for a strike.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Got it by him for the K.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Here's Lane Thomas. And ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
And another ball.
Inside.
1 out, bases empty. Next offering is in for a strike. Lifted in the air, right field. And it falls. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way. And now let's see if they force some action with Goodwill.
And there he goes. There's the ball. The throw, tag, and he's out.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw, quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Two outs, base is empty. And that one pulled foul. 2 down, nobody on. And now 1 and 2. And they'll do it again. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. We played an inning, no score. All set for the start of the inning. At the plate, Brian De La Cruz. Gore back to work. De La Cruz getting the start in left. 27 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one catches the corner for a strike. At the belt and fires. That one misses. Going to count 1 and 2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him looking. 1 gone here.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
So up next, Jesus Sanchez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. One down, base is empty.
Ball in.
And there's a ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
And he walked him.
Take the base.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
Man at first with 1 gone. Avisail Garcia up to the plate. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Garcia in his 11th season in the 8th spot in today's lineup. And he's usually in the outfield. Today he's the DH. Second inning here, no score. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. The pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And the pitch. And that's off the inside edge. And the count 1-2. Wouldn't chase that time.
You know, Boo, people don't realize how far the jog is from the dugout to the outfield position. And if you're playing in Oakland, man, it's a country mile to get out there. So for him to be able to be the DH today, that is really a nice day off.
And a swing and a miss. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Here's the catcher, Nick Fortes. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here at the top of the second. Right through there for a strike. Foul ball. The pitch. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Two outs. Chases the changeup in the dirt. Ruiz down to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. Bottom of the second, and here's the first baseman, Joey Meneses. Luzardo, the 6-foot lefty, 220 pounds, and he was a third-round pick back in 2016. That one's in there, and it's 0-2.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
Kicks and deals. Bounced up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. Awesome play there. Here's Joey Gallo. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
But we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
The 0-1. Just off the outside edge. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. Next is the designated hitter, Stone Garrett. Check swing, no appeal. Garrett measures 6 feet 2 inches, 225 pounds, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2014. And here it comes. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Sanchez gets under it and makes the play, and that's out number 3. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back in Washington, D.C. On to the 3rd inning. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Luis Arraez. Here comes a pitch. Strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Outside. Late swing, foul to the left. And a pitch.
Ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
The pitch. Up and in. And the count's full.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Gallo snags it, and there's one away. Tim Anderson will hit next. He's 0 for 1. And that's outside. Ball 1. The shortstop takes the ball. That's inside. And there's the automatic. Top of the third, no score. Hit hard on the ground is short. Abrams tosses to first. And they take care of Anderson for the out. Here's Josh Bell. And he's already singled in this game. Not even close there. And that's ball 1. Two down, nobody on. Just off the inside edge. Ground ball left side. Senzel over to first. That ends the frame. Miami down in order. Still no score. Set for the bottom of the third, and now it's Luis Garcia. The pitch. And that's a little bit high. Ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
This one in the air, center field. Chisholm hauls it in, and there's one away. Now it's Nick Senzel. He has consistently been one of the best in the sport against lefties, and yet the righties give him trouble. You know, you don't want to be labeled as that guy, but the numbers say what they say. The wind of the pitch.
Oh, he's a good player, but if he wants to be great, he's going to have to figure it out against right-handed pitchers. There's so many right-handers in the game that you're going to see them one after another. So you would imagine with that many looks, Boog, that the adjustment's got to be coming soon.
And a 1-2. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
Victor Robles stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Two outs.
That's ball 2.
That one misses, and that's ball 3.
No strike.
Went through there for a strike. And the pitch. That's towards center. Chisholm sizing this one up and makes the grab. That is the inning. On to the 4th, still scoreless. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Jake Berger. As the lefty gets to work. Not close with that one. And it's 1-0. And it's through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. the next up for the Marlins. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
The 0-1. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And now the lefty.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one not close. And it's 2-2. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location. But clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
And up next for Miami, Brian De La Cruz. That just misses, and that's ball 1. Kicks and fires. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count is 2-0.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Curveball drops in there.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
At the belt and fires. That one out to right. Brings it in. And there's 2 away. Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1. Berger off of first with 2 away. On the ground right side. On to first. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. On now to the bottom of the 4th. We're tied 0-0. Back here with my pal Siggy. Bottom of the 4th, and the batter will be the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. The wind to the pitch. And that's a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
In the air out towards right center. He's there. He's got it. And there's 1 down. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Lane Thomas. 1 for 1 with a single so far. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
And strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Joey Meneses digging in for the Nationals. Grounded out to short in his first trip. Just missed. Two outs. Bounce to the right. To first. That ends the inning. So 1 left for Washington, and we're still knotted at 0. We go to the top of the 5th, and now for the Marlins, Avisail Garcia. The pitch. Laced into left. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Waste no time there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Go ahead run on base. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Nick Fortes. He's 0 for 1. Misses inside. 1-0.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Next offering is in for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Yoan Adon up and loosening in the pen. In the dirt, but kept close. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. And now a man into scoring position.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up into scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
Man at second. And that's outside. And that's ball 3.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Meneses takes it to the bag. 1 away here in the 5th.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Luis Ariz stands in. 1 for 2.
A runner at third with less than 2 outs. This is the guy that usually comes through in these spots.
He swings and hits a fly ball center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Tim Anderson getting ready to hit.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Out front and foul to the left side. And he deals.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
2 outs and a runner at third. And we're at the top of the 5th. Fly ball to right. And they take care of Anderson for the out. And that's the 3rd out. Marlins lead 1. And we are still scoreless. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Joey Gallo steps to the plate. The wind and the pitch. That misses. Ball 1. Gallo, multi-time All-Star, 30 years old now, a former first-round pick back in 2012. Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Boom. That's cheddar, baby.
Just missed. Good eye in that spot.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And a pitch. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Stone Garrett digging in for the Nationals. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Late with the swing there.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Slice to right, and that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Nice job in driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Now it's going to be Luis Garcia. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And the 0-1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Pitch misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And a pitch. And another ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Wouldn't chase that time. Nick Senzel to bat next. Payoff pitch. Ground ball, could be 2. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Nick Senzel digs in now. Golden opportunity right here. That
Ball
misses, and that's ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Kicks and deals. Line, and that's a base hit. 1 runs in, fires to the plate. Not in time. He's safe. It's 2-0.
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Here's Victor Robles. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. The other way, and it goes just foul. And here it comes. In the air to left center. De La Cruz coming on. Nice grab on the run. And there's 1 down. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. And that one wrapped foul. Two on, 1 out. And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 1-1. The pitch. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Now there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
The Nats trying to break this one open. Last half of inning number 5. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that was a really good job setting him up right there. Pitcher and catcher working together to finish him off with the fastball. And even though the location probably wasn't what he wanted, the sequence is what got the job done. Clearly late with the swing after seeing the off-speed stuff on the pitch before.
Lane Thomas digging in for the Nationals. Yeah, the lefty with the 0-1. There's the strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Number 58 is loosening up. This would be his first appearance for the club. Weathers, a left-hander, also throwing. And the 0-2. A little bit low.
It's a good take.
Two on, 2 outs. Foul ball still, 1-2 count. The pitch. Got him swinging. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We're through 5. It's the Nationals 2 and the Marlins nothing. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now the first baseman, Josh Bell.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Robles on the move. Snags it on the run. 1 away. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Jake Berger. Misses outside, and that is ball 1. The Fish down by a pair, and we're the top half of the 6th. That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. In safely. It's a double, and his second hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his back through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
One out, runner at second. Jazz Chisholm Jr., the next up for the Marlins. Right side. Thomas sizes this one up. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone. So digging in, Brian De La Cruz. And fouled off. Towards first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Nationals 2 and the Marlins nothing. And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6, and it's the catcher for the Nationals, Hebert Ruiz. Luzardo back to work. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. And a good eye there. The pitch.
I got 3-0.
Bottom of the zone and a called strike. They say you win.
Full count.
The wind of the pitch. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let him go.
Joey Meneses digging in for the Nationals. That clips a corner.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
At the belt and fires. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Ruiz on at first, nobody out. The 0-2.
One ball.
This one in the dirt, and the runner stays where he is. And the pitch. Berger. Quickly to second for one. Relay to first, double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
And now it's Joey Gallo. Hard ground ball, base down. And that extends the inning.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And here is Stone Garrett. That one's in there. That's strike one. Kicks and fires. That one way outside, and the count even 1-1. Way inside, gets out of the way. And now the lefty. That one misses, and that's ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And a swing and a miss.
3-2.
And there's ball 4.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Jesus Luzardo gives way. 2-1 ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Number 58 into the game. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. That clips the corner.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you'd have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
In the air, left field. And it drops in. Runner from second scores as they add on. It's 3-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Takes an inside pitch and just fillets it over there to left field. And that's all he had to do is get something to the outfield grass to push that run across.
Next to hit for the Nats, Nick Senzel. Big stack center field. Headed for the plate. The throw in. He scores, and it's 4-0.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. Right through there for a strike. Next offering way off the plate. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Trevor Rogers, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Weathers getting loose as well. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. So 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. We're through 6 full. It's the Nationals 4 and the Marlins nothing. Back here in Nationals Park. And now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Here comes a pitch. Not even close there. Ball 1. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he starts the 7th with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And now the DH, Avisail Garcia. Spits the plate, and that is strike 1.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Man at second. And now the count is even. Activity in the Washington bullpen. Dylan Floro, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. And a pitch.
That's ball 2.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate. To third, safe there. And I got to think that'll be scored a pass ball.
Well, that right there looked like a cross-up behind the plate. Maybe something to do with changing the signs with the runner on second. That, or he just boxed it. Either way, this guy's up to third with nobody out. Good opportunity here.
The Marlins down by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7. Slider misses outside. The pitch. Oh, that hit him. And they get the out after the ricochet. But a run does come in to score. The comebacker got him down low, and you can really see him favoring the leg. That's his plant leg, which might be a concern, Chris.
Yeah, you hope he's got some feeling in that leg so he can land on it, like you said. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay and try to continue, Boog.
It appears Dave Martinez is ready to dive into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Mackenzie Gore done for the day. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Jordan Weems. He's into the game with the bases empty. And at the plate for Miami, Nick Fortes.
Get on base here and keep building off this momentum. They're getting closer, but they still got some work to do.
First the zone.
Counts 1-0.
And another ball.
That's inside.
One down, base is empty.
That's ball
That
3.
one misses. And now 3-0. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He has it. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
And the righty deals. Next pitch in for a strike. 3-1. Right-handed reliever, and that's ball 4.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
The rise in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Fortes, the base runner at first with 1 out. That one fouled off. The 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, they get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
Tim Anderson, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. In for a strike. It's 0-1. Good eye right there. The shortstop takes the ball. Two outs. He swings and fouls one off. Two now. That one missing inside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Right-hander kick steals. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boo. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
Now on the mound for the Nationals, Dylan Floro.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Here's the strike. Tying run at the plate. And a swing and a miss. Good job at damage control right there.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Bottom of the 7th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, C.J. Abrams. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers.
Ball 1.
That's off the mark. 1-0. And he lays down a bunt. Bare hands it. Tough play. And it beats him. What a play.
Well, I'm pretty sure he took a look around the infield to see where they were playing before laying that one down. And everyone was playing back. You assume that's going to be a pretty easy knock, but he just couldn't put it down in the right spot to allow him to beat that out. Maybe the right idea, but he just couldn't pull it off.
Thomas in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the seventh. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. That one close, ruled a ball. Now 3-1.
1 strike.
And he couldn't come up with it.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Runner on at first with one gone. Up now for Washington, Hebert Ruiz. That one lifted to left. De La Cruz hauls it in for the out. And there are 2 down. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Joey Meneses. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3.
Good speed on the base paths. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
The 1-0. And another ball. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And the right-hander deals just off the inside edge. And there's the automatic. And that one fouled off. Thomas leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
Joey Gallo digging in for the Nationals. There's a strike. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Hit hard. Should be extra bases. Around third. 1 run is in. Anderson with a relay throw. And he's out. Knocked down, and that ends the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Nationals 5 and the Marlins 1. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Jake Berger. Swing and a miss. Floro, in his 7th season, he features a sinker, a 4-seamer, a changeup, and he works in a slider. Right side, hard hit. Meneses steps on the bag. First out in the top of the 8th. Jazz Chisholm Jr., the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. And a strike. Action in the pen down there. Hunter Harvey, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Man at first, Brian De La Cruz, the next up for the Marlins. That one's in there, 0-1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Off the mark there. And 1-1. Right field down the line, and that one slices foul. Man at first, 1 away. Grounded to third, could be 2. Quick feed to second for 1. On to first, double play, and that's the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Nationals 5 and the Marlins 1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Anthony Bender. And here's the DH for Washington, Stone Garrett. And a pitch. Gets the call. And that's strike 1. And that one is inside. The wind of the pitch.
Yeah.
And a swing and a miss. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Luis Garcia now at the plate. Slider misses outside. Miami's bullpen with some action. A right-hander is up and throwing. One down, base is empty. Just missed. Bounce to third. Gathers and throws to first. 2 up, 2 down. Two outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Nick Senzel. First pitch misses. Right through there for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Down the middle for a strike. 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
That one missed.
2 strikes.
The pitch. Wouldn't chase that time. out on strikes. Nats go down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Washington. They're up 5-1. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Hunter Harvey.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And now for the Marlins, Jesus Sanchez. The pitch. That one ripped, but foul. Righty to the plate. Swinging a foul straight back. Left-hand hitter waits. And 1-2. The Nationals have some action going in the pen. Robert Garcia looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Swings and misses, struck him out.
That slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance to make the contact with that pitch.
Garcia stands in now and watches strike one. And a foul ball. The Fish down by 4 here at the top of the ninth. The 0-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Fortes in the box now as he leaves that one up high.
1, no strike.
They're down to their final strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This could end it. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a rope into center field, base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Now here is Luis Arias in the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Two outs. Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
This one popped up. Abrams on the move. Ball game.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.